millions and millions every week. You know, when Epstein was alive, nobody cared about him. When he's dead, they care about him. But it's really a Democrat problem. It's not a Republican, it's a Democrat problem. The only problem Republicans have is that we have to get back to, number one, running our country, and then number two, very importantly, letting the public know what a great job we're doing.
Imagine a secret so shocking that it could topple presidents, royals, and billionaires. A hidden world of power, wealth, and unimaginable corruption. And yet, most of it stayed invisible until now. These aren't rumors. These are images, documents, and testimonies released by the U.S. Department of Justice. Photos showing former presidents, royal heirs, and celebrities in situations the world wasn't meant to see. At the center of this storm is one man, Jeffrey Epstein. A financier with no traditional empire, no inherited wealth, yet somehow he gained access to the world's most powerful figures. Former U.S. President Bill Clinton, Prince Andrew of the UK, Michael Jackson, Bill Gates, all linked, all photographed. But why did these powerful people trust him, or worse, participate? And why has the world only now started piecing together his network? The images released are heavily redacted. Many faces, especially victims, are censored. Yet, even glimpses reveal enough to shock anyone who sees them. Epstein's manipulation was precise, calculated, and merciless. Epstein's crimes were first publicly documented in 2005. Parents came forward, reporting that their underage daughters had been sexually abused in his homes. Local law enforcement intervened, but the scale of his influence allowed him to dodge full accountability. He wasn't just a predator. He was a master of leverage. His contracts, or arrangements, protected him from scrutiny, giving him a temporary shield against justice. By 2008, he served only 13 months in a minimal security facility, despite massive evidence of abuse. Epstein's network extended far beyond his homes. He operated private islands, planes, and exclusive retreats. Young girls, often from vulnerable families, were lured under false promises, brought to his parties, and then used as currency among the elite. The lure wasn't just money, it was power. Imagine being a billionaire or a celebrity, invited to an island where no law applies, and all temptations are available. The combination of secrecy, manipulation, and indulgence created a world where rules didn't exist, until the media caught up. Donald Trump, Bill Gates, and other influencers were reportedly part of Epstein's circles. Some attended parties. Some posed for photos. Many claim ignorance, but the visual record tells a story that words alone cannot. Even after legal scrutiny in 2008, Epstein continued his operations. A secret deal outside courts saved him from harsher punishment. For years, his network remained intact, his influence untouchable. Fast forward to 2019, new evidence emerges. This time, investigators uncover a large-scale sex trafficking ring. Epstein's methods were no longer a mystery. He had created a system, promising exclusive access to powerful individuals while keeping his victims invisible, silenced, and exploited. Some victims were trafficked from impoverished areas in Europe and the US, often unaware of the danger. Epstein's system targeted the vulnerable while the elite benefited. The media described it as using women's bodies as currency, literally. Epstein's arrest shook the world. But before he could testify, reveal secrets, or expose global corruption, he died under mysterious circumstances in a New York jail cell. Officially ruled suicide, his death sparked conspiracy theories. Who silenced him, and why? The implications are staggering. Powerful leaders, corporations, and even governments could have been exposed. Entire reputations were at stake. And yet, much of the truth remains hidden, protected behind redactions and legal walls. Images of Epstein with underage girls exist. They are horrifying, undeniable, and censored only to protect identities. But the question lingers: how many of the world's most influential figures are connected? And how deep does the corruption go? Pattern interrupt, 2 minutes. Even today, journalists claim that dozens of global leaders remain implicated in evidence that has yet to be publicly released. What you see now is only the trailer. The real story, if fully revealed, could rock nations. Epstein's genius, or infamy, was his ability to exploit desire and secrecy. By hosting exclusive events, he manipulated billionaires and politicians alike. Photos became trophies, proof of influence, and instruments of control. Even the most cautious figures couldn't resist the mix of luxury, secrecy, and temptation. The young women, exploited as pawns, became instruments in a system that few dared to challenge. This wasn't just crime, it was systemic corruption at the highest levels. Journalists describe it as the ultimate intersection of money, power, and impunity. For decades, the elite thrived while victims cried out for justice. Global shock, the unseen truth. Despite partial transparency, the full extent of Epstein's operations remains unknown. Photos of some of the world's most famous figures with underage victims exist but may never be released. The true scale of complicity is still hidden. The public sees glimpses, the elite know the full story. And that knowledge is what kept Epstein alive, influential, and untouchable, until the internet and investigative journalism began peeling back the layers. So book 15 seconds. Even now, the question haunts us. How could a single man manipulate a network that included presidents, royals, and billionaires? And what else is being hidden from the world? The Epstein case is more than crime. It's a mirror. It reflects a hidden world where power eclipses morality and secrecy shields the guilty. Some truths may never emerge, but what we glimpse forces a stark realization. The higher you climb in society, the darker the shadows you might be stepping into. And for the victims, the girls stolen, silenced, and exploited, their struggle continues. The fight for transparency is far from over. Epstein's story may have ended, but the questions he exposed are only beginning to unfold. Hey, if you genuinely feel good my video, please like and subscribe and share.